First, the headlines. Ningol Chakkouba celebrated widely in the state, including outside states and abroad yesterday. Manipur's Thadou committee backed NRC implementation campaign to combat drug minage in state. Manipur police arrest proscribed members on charges of assaults of 2 persons. Passenger bus plunged into gorge in Almora, 5 dead, rescue operations underway. Hello, good afternoon. You're watching ELITETV English News at 12:30. Now the news in detail. Ningol Chakkouba feast for married women, which is celebrated on Hiyangai Nini Panba Meitei for the 2nd days of the month of Hiyangai. In every year is a traditional Meitei festival celebrated on the 2nd day of the lunar month of Hiyangai, October to November. It is a celebration of bond of love between married women and their paternal families. It is a major festival for the Meitei communities. It originated from Manipur states of India. It has been celebrated by Meiteis residing in neighboring states of Manipur like Assam as well as in Bangladesh and Myanmar. Other communities in Manipur also share the celebration, and it is a public holiday. Manipuri diaspora in many Indian cities outside Manipur, including to Bangalore, Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, Pune, Shillong, and Silchar, as well as in other countries like USA, Australia, Canada, as well as in South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and Singapore hosted the festival. In Manipur, in the last year, due to the present conflict situations in Manipur, no celebration was held. However, this year, the Ningol Chakkouba celebration widely in the states, including outside states and abroad. Arambai Tengol Unit 18 organized the festivals at the relief camps of Lamboy Konangkom in Phal West District yesterday. Large members of the internally displaced person, IDPs, who are taking shelter at the various relief camps attended the festival. Thousands married and unmarried women took part in the events where offered meals of fish and other items. Besides, the Arambai Tengol unit offered gifts as a token of love to the IDPs and took the blessing from them. Talking to the ELITETV News, commanders of the Arambai Tengol Unit 18, TH Maimu expressed about the main objective of organizing the event.
Ima singi che singi chal singi pun
Manipur kasu masa yang meramdam dari hanbangam dramina awal seksi menang oleh namoi nak terkalut yang ware atau namoi araga di moi masa yang hamda hamcana penjenaba na rugi kaina untuk.
On the other hand, many IDPs who took part in the Ningol Chakkouba expressed their satisfactions over the organizers and drew the attention of the authority concerned to make them return to their respective homes as well as possible.
Lan horokotaki lan lakotaki horokotaki ngasi babada relief camp da lerai lambo kunang khong Manipur Trade and Center Trade and Export Center da leijari hujiko da ado ngasi je ngasi gi nimi se akoi ningol obi akoi gi yamna maru oiba Ningol Chakkouba ado sehi ama hena lan jina maram oraga akoi je lebam chabam khangdana lerakpasida ngasi arambai tengona akoi bu Chakkoubi bese kanju kalu de sumai Chakkoubi rakani habadi moisu lan jinga na bohona gadra kuki jinga nokma nokma gi landara pa chingya da moina akoi gi damakta khun ngakpi raga leiriba paisa chu tanjadra ba mayam gi awa anabu moi mayam na wona bi raga leiriba degi relief camp da leiriba akoi gi se ora pa mayam kari leirige ise ima haina ngasi ba budala iba ado moina ngasi akoi Chakkouba se akoi gi amna laibak se phabane puming su am si adu bo ngasi akoi di ngasi mafam jiga akoi Rarambai tengona akoi bu Chakkoubi na sak chara am samina rani sini pa mayam siga adu siang hara de ngasi makse Chakkouba se lakchaning da bani adu ibung ipa na akoi bu nusina ko bi besi bu sak chakko mamadang orasu pe do bisa aro de no ai samu lakcha bani ai te bu pam de ai ngasi ju lan chen ko ni meeting ngasi bu mit tai pi ta ba letri no mi hin tum ya de
ya singi tauri ni lan chu nga ko cha ku ko bo moi ji ga ya mi pen de do che Jasing ya panamba ima wen la ga pangon pi ga lai bin ya rau da nuai la ko tin na ti ba khoi lai se adu ko jasing ta pi si ya man ya mi adu ko matung tara pa da suma thabak se lan ji lep tan ing na tam na lai ba nuai ba ya pha bo de jasing mangon pi ga la se ni ma ma lai ko adu ko jasing ta ri se ya man ya ngre adu ko jasing soi da bangam da pun si mi sang ba ing ba ta ko rak tan mara tara lai bo de sanu
Nai raba chak kau bisi damakte am harau je adu matam khating makta noi bu tek ta kai ta bajai khabo oyo lan chisu khoina ngamba oisi Manipuri mana jai phare jiu ji pali belenga sida ain haijening badi Manipur sibu amatta oina punchen na bai gi tamakta Manipur sarkar na huna biu aikoi Manipuri iram dam sida mafam kaya da chatpa yada da na leiriba mafam se iram dam sida changba yada na kuki na sason tau da na leiriba mafam se si thugai biraga isagi iram dam se mafam sida isagi iram ni khanna hanjal hanbiu
By Tangle Unit 1, 3, 4, 5, 53 and 56 joining organized the Ningol Chakkouba at Wangzing, Laikol. IDPs taking shelter at the relief camps of the Lamding Higher Secondary School, Kangabok and Wangzing took part in the celebration. Talking to the ELITETV News, controller of Unit 56, Nongtang Waikom expressed about the main objective of the celebrating the festival.
Ngasi akhoi Ningol Chakkouba mari leina pangtok celebrasi akhoi Wangjinggi laikon dani ngasi akhoi Ningol Chakkouba sida akhoi punna baru ga ni si akhoi mai 1 2 3 Wangjing 4 Almora 5 ayo 53 ngok simai 56 waitho simyam akhoi punthal laga awal da leiwa relief camp de Wangjinggi ni la pakre ne Lambing High Secondary School da leiwa English Hamburg da leiwa English inda akhoi kama si akhoi ngasi Ningol Chakkouba sida mari leina akhoi sinjari Nam so akhoi Ningol Chakkouba sida mari leina ne akhoi bijari bai ke na akhoi na sina maram oraga wa te kin ne English ni pa ma leiwa habagi awat padu le leiwa madu wakhlo da akhoi ngasi Ningol Chakkouba sida
On the other hand, Manipuris in Singapore celebrated Kumsi Ningol Chakkouba as the residence so complex of the Aquarium Ronans. It was celebrated with much fun and fervor. Many Ningols participated with their families. They were all emotionally charged and expressed deep felt gratitude on being able to share such a joyous day with the rest of the Ningols in Manipur. As one of them exclaims, the occasions bridge the emotional gap between the home that has become and the bigger homes that is Kanglai Park, where their loved ones are and where their hearts always is. The Thadou tribe, one of the oldest and the most populous non-Naga community in Manipur, has extended support for the state government's plan to implement the National Registers of Citizens (NRC) in the state. The Thadou community has also acknowledged the War on Drugs campaign, which aims to combat drug-related issues affecting the region. The decision was taken during the final day of the Thadou Convention 2024, which was held in Guwahati on November 1st and 2nd. In a press statement, the Thadou Convention Guwahati Organizing Committee 2024 stated, "We are of the view that the proposed exercise is aimed at securing Indians' national interests and safeguarding the rights, welfare and interests of the citizens and indigenous communities. We acknowledge the efforts of the state governments in addressing the concerns of its citizens and ensuring their well-being." Furthermore, the committee emphasized the need to ensure that the NRC process does not lead to bona fide citizens of the state being deprived of their citizenship of the residency rights. Highlighting the tendency of the tribal communities to lack proper documentations and records, the TCZOC also emphasized that the Manipur governments prior to the commencement of the NRC exercise should address concerns related to the permissible documents as proof of citizens or permanent residence. In light of the escalating drugs menace in Manipur, the committees also expressed support for the War on Drugs campaigns, urging its effective implementations with a greater community engagement, better planning, and a goal for the best socio-economic and environmental outcomes. Moreover, the committee encouraged stakeholders to extend support to the initiatives envisioning a brighter future for Manipur and its people. Manipur police apprehended Kulam, a 30-year-old member of the AK group for his alleged involvement in a recent assault. The suspect, son of the late K.H. Tomba, hailing from Noremthong DC Road, was arrested following investigation into an incident on October 31st, 2024, where two individuals from Senapatis were reportedly attacked in a Lamsang during the early hours. Sanjip has since been remanded to police custody for further questioning as authorities deepen their probe into the assault. In response to these incidents as well as the broader security challenges in the region, extensive search and area dominations operations were launched by the security forces across the hills and valley districts. The focus has been on securing vulnerable areas, particularly in regions where inter-community tensions have raised security concerns. These operations are aimed at maintaining stabilities and curbing any potential disruptions. To ensure the uninterrupted movement of the essential supplies, security measures have been strengthened National Highway 2 as crucial supply routes for the state. On these routes, a convoy of 48 vehicles transporting essential items were successfully escorted with heavy security deployments at vulnerable stretches. Authorities are also enforcing strict protective protocols, particularly in the high-risk zones, to ensure the safety of the vehicles and their occupants. Additionally, a total of 110 checkpoints or nakas have been established throughout Manipur's various districts, covering both hills and the valley areas, to prevent unauthorized activities and maintain public order. During this operation, 7 individuals are detained by police across different districts for violating state's regulations. The government has reiterated the commitment to safeguarding the transportation of the essential goods whilst continuing strengthening enforcement in the sensitive areas across the state. At least 5 people lost their lives when a bus carrying over 40 passengers veers off the roads and plummeted into a deep gorge in Almora, Uttarakhand. The incident occurs as a bus en route from the Naini Danda to the Ramnagar lost control along a precarious stretches by the riverbank, tumbling into a ditch. Emergency responders swiftly mobilized, with the state disaster forces arriving on the scene shortly after the crash. Rescue efforts are ongoing as the teams work tirelessly to retrieve passengers and assess the extent of the injuries. Authorities have voiced concerns that the death tolls could increase as the search continues, with some passengers reportedly in the critical condition. Local officials are coordinating relief efforts and also providing medical aid to the injured. The exact cause of the incidents remains under investigations, though officials suspect challenges road conditions may have played a role. Further updates on the casualties and rescue progress are anticipated as authorities continue their efforts in this devastating incident. And now let's take a short break. Keep watching for more updates.
Ningol Chakkouba amadi Diwali kumaida relief camp te leiriba ichelenau singna saba polam sing leibiu. Manipur Handloom and Handicraft Development Corporation na nauna branded tauraba sumna khaktagi lupa lising amadagina lising amaka chamri fawada mamal oiba combo gift pack phangbigani. Masida nimit khuding sizinariba dup thaumai fi sunanaba kon fengnanaba haksang noinaba sapon final fajaraba bag amada yauri. Amaromda State Handloom Expo October 13 dagi November 3 fauba iboy amasumang lila sanglen da pangthokjaragani. Manipur Handloom and Handicraft Development Corporation Pauna Bazar na sinba mela asida numit khudingi sizinaba polam singi mathakta kauna liwa ihongi polam sing yauna Manipur gi relief camp te lebe chelenau singna saba polam kaya ama uchagani. Mela asibu yengbalak piyo amadi miyamna relief camp te lebe chelenau singna sem sajariba polam sing asi leibiduna pungning thogat piyo thauna hapiyo haina paujenjari.
Start talk with Ningol Bada, may amutara mokchari.
Angang singse panik setningam de mara yam seng na harba da khoi matam da so panik se pa haiti ka harba se amna ꯁ꯭ꯇꯥꯏꯜꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯏꯞꯇ ꯆꯠꯅꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯗꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯊꯨꯒꯥꯏꯔꯦꯅ ꯈꯟꯖꯩ ꯏꯚꯟ ꯑꯩ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯉꯩꯗ ꯂꯨꯍꯣꯡꯕꯒꯤ ꯏꯁꯩꯁꯨ ꯕꯣꯕꯣꯛꯅ ꯄꯨꯕꯤꯔꯝꯃꯦ ꯑꯥꯔꯇꯤꯁ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯁꯨ ꯑꯣꯗꯤꯌꯟꯁ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯄꯤꯛꯏ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤ ꯆꯥꯟꯅꯅ ꯂꯩꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯦ ꯃꯤ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯐꯥꯎꯔꯛꯄ ꯃꯤ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯃꯌꯣꯟ ꯆꯣꯡꯉꯛꯄ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯕꯩ ꯃꯤꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯉꯥꯡꯗꯣꯏꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯅ
ꯁꯤꯡꯒꯥꯄꯨꯔ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯂꯕ ꯏꯝꯐꯥꯜꯗꯒꯤ ꯀꯤꯂꯣꯃꯤꯇꯔ 35 ꯆꯠꯂꯒ ꯂꯩ
Everyone is welcome. I think
Welcome back after the break. Moving on with the Assam Rifles in Manipur foils smuggling attempts and seized a huge consignments of the illegal areca nuts worth rupees 2.4 crore from the Churachandpur district's Kuga village. Acting on a specific information from the sources, the Assam Rifles personnel intercepted 3 goods carrier trucks and 1 Tata DI loaded with 350 sack of illegal areca nuts in total. The personnel on November 1 intercepted the convoy at a vehicle check post established at the Kuga. Upon investigations, the sack of the areca nuts were hidden beneath cover and cartons in 4 vehicles. The press release released by the Assam Rifles reveals that the personnel detains all 4 vehicles handling them over to the divisional forest officials of the Churachandpur after a joint interrogations by the Assam Rifles and Manipur police. The press release reads on November 1, 3 goods carrier trucks and that 1 total DI loaded with illegal areca nuts tried to cross Kuga village at around 2 a.m. Some rifles acted on specific inputs from sources and launched columns to fuel the smuggling. Assam Rifles intercepted a convoy at a vehicle check post established at Kuga, and on checking it, was found out that the vehicle was loaded with 350 sack of illegal areca nuts in total, hidden beneath cover and cartons. Assam's Kacha district police seized contrabands of 375 grams of suspected heroin and 20,000 yaba tablets amounting to approximately rupees 7 crore. Police also apprehended some individuals and seized vehicles in this connection. Acting on credible intelligence, Kacha District Police conducted a special operations in the Lailapur area on November 3, recovering 30 soft boxes of the heroin along with the yaba tablets. Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma took to his official acts handles to reiterate the police department's ongoing dedications to ensuring public safety and effectively managing laws and order in the state. He wrote on acts acting on credible intelligence at Kacha Police conducted a special operation today at the Lailapur, leading to the seizings of vehicles and the apprehensions of individuals. The search resulted in the recovery of 30 soft boxes containing approximately 375 grams of suspected heroin, alongside 20,000 yaba tablets. The estimated values of the seized contraband is approximately 7 crore. Kudos to the Assam Police for their continued dedications. Acting on credible intelligence, Kacha Police conducted a special operation today at Lailapur, leading to the seizings of the vehicles and the apprehensions of individuals. Tripura police arrested 1 person and seized yaba tablets worth rupees 3 crore on Sunday late night from the Panisagar under North Kacha north districts of the Tripura. According to Tripura police, at about 10 p.m. on Sunday nights, one white-color Maruti Suzuki S Cross SUV, vehicles bearing AS01BY0195, coming from Assam side towards the Panisagar, was intercepted by the police staff at Panisagar Naka. During the searching of the vehicles, we have recovered 750 numbers, small packets containing total 150,000 Yaba tablets in presence of the SDPO Panisagar, executive magistrates and the independent witnesses, said police. The police says that the approximate market price or values of the seized Yaba tablets would be around rupees 3 crore 75 lakhs. The driver in the vehicles is detained. A specific case under NDPS Act is being registered for the matter as Panisagar police station, said police. The Border Security Forces BSF in Tripura fuels multiple infiltration attempts along the Indo-Bangladesh border. The security troops also apprehended 5 Bangladeshi nationals while they were attempting to cross the border. Acting on a specific input, the BSF troops threw up the infiltration beats and prevented the foreign nationals from entering the country. According to a press release from the BSF, the operations took place on November 1, 2024, following specific intelligence regarding the presence and the movements of illegal migrants in the Kharbuk area. The BSF troops stationed at the border outpost Bathiabari and the Gomati districts intercepted 2 Rohingya migrants at the Kharbuk bus stands, or as they were allegedly planning to cross the Bangladesh. Meghalaya Power Ministers and the National People's Party NPP leaders Abu Tahir Mondal has expressed confidence that the party will win the Gamberg bypolls scheduled for November 13th. Speaking to reporters, Mondal noted a trend where the ruling government often wins by election. He pointed out that in both general elections and a by-election, poll tends to favor the sitting government. Mondal cited statistic dedication, strong voter support for the NPP, and emphasized the importance of the increased outreach and engagements with the community to secure the victory. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma's wife, Mehtab's Chandi, is all set to contest in the upcoming by-poll. Lahore, Pakistan's second largest city, is experiencing unprecedented levels of air pollution, leaving its 14 million residents struggling to breathe under a thick blanket of smoke. As the air quality index skyrocketed to an alarming 1,067 on Saturday, Lahore has twice topped the list of the world's most polluted cities in the recent days, reflecting a severe health crisis. Pakistan Air Quality Classification reveals the severity of the situation. An AQI between 401 and 450 is labeled severe, and any levels above 450 is considered severe plus, underscoring the danger for the residents. Lahore's current AQI has far surpassed this threshold, leading the cities in states of emergency. Authorities responded by implementing a green lockdown starting Monday. Upon this plan, schools will remain closed for a week, while 50% of the government and the private sector employees have been instructed to work from home. To reduce emissions, additional restrictions have been placed on tuk-tuk operations with 2-stroke engines, open-fire foods vendors, and construction activities. Last month, school children were also barred from outdoors physical activities until January 2025, and schools' hours were adjusted to avoid peak pollution periods. The government has attributed part of the pollution crisis to transboundary factor, with Punjab Senior Minister Maurium Aurangzeb asserting that pollutants were carried into Pakistan by strong winds from India. At a press briefing on Sundays, Aurangzeb urged for diplomatic talks with New Delhi to address the pollution issue jointly. She emphasized that this challenge requires cooperation between the two countries, calling it not a political but a humanitarian issue. Punjab Chief Minister Mauryan's Nawaz echoed these sentiments, calling for united efforts with India against smog, which she describes as a shared enemy of both nations. As second provincial officials Raja Jahangir Anwar highlighted stubble's burning in India as a major contributor to the hazardous air quality, calling it the biggest headache for Pakistan as it worsens Lahore's pollutions. And now let's take another short break again. Keep watching for more updates.
Diabetes ko loina le hingliba sing tha amagi manungda control toba ngamle. Urea creatinine wangbasu tha amagi manungda hanthaba ngamle. Khong hamba nungaitebasu numit manganigi manungda fahanba ngamle. Piles saibadi nungsang nabasu chama fahanba ngamle. Cholesterol wangba numit kunida normal oiba ngamle. BP wangbasu tha amagi manungda normal oiba ngamle. Fatty liver oibasu tha amagi manungda fagat hanba ngamle. Pumnamak natural oiba hidak makhalna laing jabani. Hakchang da sokadaba side effect amata laite. Makata na hidak chabagi mathau su tararoi. Hena kupa parol gidamak ngasimak langsin birau Diabetes Hospital Soibam Laikai Ayangpali Road opposite Karkinos Jennings Hospital Porompat Imphal East near Punjab National Bank.
Live Tharadi Miyamda Asengba Adu Haibiyu. Dukan yaura akanda masida di offer laite na soida na harakani. HG Cassette Gallery da amutang linkshin birau. Online price da mobile khudimak loina phangbigani. Hojik se wana ba matamnina loan gi khudong chabasu aikhoi gi maikai dagi pizari. MI gi phone laiba singi su lucky draw laizai. Chahi loramdai asida adom gi daw adu yabra haina amutang yengbiu. Car bite mobile na jingba sing phawwa yana lairi. Ningol Chakkouba gi special offer gi mathakta aikhoi gi store gi oina su lucky draw tawjari. Lucky draw asigi first prize na 32-inch TV, second prize na induction, third prize na rice cooker ni. Singtamai supermarket ta laiba HG Cassette Gallery da lengshin biraktu na khudong chaba ase lawbi ho.
Makhal kaya gi award fangaba HG Cassette Gallery ni. Chahi tara gi mathaktagi HG Cassette Gallery na mobile store asida matam nga chanaba mongda offer amadi discount kaya piduna lakchari. Sale khudong cha double su loan da mobile lawbi ba yagani. Discount piba khatang natana lucky draw tawduna miyamda khudol kaya am su pijari. Miyamsu Singtamai supermarket ta laiba HG Cassette Gallery da utang lingsing birau. Loina na HG Cassette Gallery gi Facebook page asibu follow tawba singi onasu lucky draw amasu thamjari.
Saraswati Institute of Management and Paramedical Sciences, PANMEI, Imphal East District, opposite to Manipur Police Training Center (MPTC), Hariba Institute asi.
Government amadi private hospitals in the clinical exposed to cooking
affiliated to Manipur University and then recognized by Pharmacy Council of India and then Indian Nursing Council, Masung MNC Manipur Nursing Council. Institute asida pangiba facility singadari separate boys and girls hostel, transport facility, amasung 12 hours library facility.
Approved by Ministry of HRD, New Delhi, Government of India. Mobile furniture na lagliba wedding season asigi anau contemporary wedding set furniture sing puduna lakchari loina na Manipur di han bo oina wedding set laibi ba matamda 24 karat ki 5 gram ki gold coin free gift oina bizari mayam lengsin biraktuna mobile furniture ki 3rd edition the great wedding sales gold offer asi pre-booking tobiduna khudong jaba salaubi ho
offer asi akupa information khambina bai damakta sangai product laiba mobile furniture la lengsin biro
Chahi asigi kunga mangarak suba World Sight Day Englishing and kunmarigi oina Malem Sinbathumna Love Your Eyes Kids them the pangtokle numit ashina lakpada nahasing amadi angangi eye care da focus tawjaduna amadi mitpu pangal kan thamna bagidamakta ingadaba chatna kanglon sing khara thamjari yariba makai mit sokhan bidaba amadi sokchin khraba mitpu hena sokchin dana bagidamakta doctor na piba correction and prescribed glasses niyom chumna uppiba vitamin A hena yauba machang oiba chinjak chabiba angangsingda arapa pot udabagi leina haibadi short sightedness tagi ngakthok nabagi damakta yarba makai nongmagi matamda minute marfudara asang aman marakta leibiba mapanda leiba matamda nungshagi ultraviolet radiation dagi ngakthok nabagi damakta sunglasses natraga tupi upiba yariba makai angangsingda screen time hanta hanabagi damakta electronic gadgets ka kuina loina hanbidaba amadi nganna midki problem sing khangdoktuna kalhona bagidamakta regular eye checkup tokthokpiba kaubiganu paujen jariba National Program for Control of Blindness and Visual Impairment National Health Mission amadi Director of Health Services Government of Manipur.
Welcome back after the break. The recently released biopic Almora starring Siva Karthikeyan and Sai Pallavi has taken the global box office by storm, grossing over rupees 150 crore within its first 4 days. The film, directed by the Rajkumar Periya Sami, debuted in the theatre on October 31st and has garnered acclaim from both critics and the audiences. With an impressive opening weekend's performance, Almora has become one of the highest grossing films in the Siva Karthikeyan's career, positioning it for the sustained success in the coming weeks. Almora tells the story of the Major Mukund Veradarajan's, a decorated officer who sacrificed his life during missions in the Sopians, Kashmir in 2014. The film, based on the Indian most fearless book series by the Sip Arur and Rahul Singhs, aims to honor the courage and sacrifice of the Indians' modern military heroes. As a result of the positive words of mouth surrounding its compelling narratives and performances, the film has been seen steady attendance and strong ticket sales across multiple languages. On November 3, Day 4, Almora's report recorded a collection of rupees 21.40 crore nets domestically, nearly matching its Day 1 earning of the rupees 21.50 crore. By the end of its opening weekends, Almora had amassed rupees 83.45 crore in net earning from India alone. Trade analyst Ramesh Bala confirms via social media that the film joined the rupees 150 crore gross clubs worldwide, marking an extraordinary feat in just 4 days. Iran's supreme leaders on Saturday threatened Israel and the US with a crushing response over attacks on the Iran and its allies. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei spoke on the Iranian officials are increasingly threatened to launch yet another strike against Israel after its October 26 attacks on the Islamic Republic that targeted military bases and other locations and killed at least 5 people. Any further attacks from the either sides could engulf the wider Middle East, already teetering over the Israeli-Hamas war in the Gaza Strip and Israel's ground invasions of the Lebanon into a wider regional conflict just ahead of the US presidential election this Tuesday. The enemies, whether the Zionist regimes or the United States of America, will definitely receive a crushing response to what they are doing to Iran and the Iranian nations and to the resistance front, Khamenei said in the video released by the Iranian state media. The supreme leaders did not elaborate on the timing of the threatened attacks nor the scopes. The US military operates on bases throughout the Middle East, with some troops now manning terminal high altitudes area defense or THAAD battery in Israel. The USS Abraham Lincoln's aircraft carriers likely is in the Arabian Sea, while Pentagon's Press Secretary Major General Pat Ryder and said that Friday that more destroyers, fighter squadrons, tankers and B-52 long-range bombers would be coming to the regions to deter Iran and its militant allies. An Iranian-American journalist who once worked for the U.S. government-funded broadcasters is believed to have been detained by Iran for months now, authorities say Sundays, further raising the stakes as Tehran threatens to retaliate over an Israeli attacks on the country. The imprisonments of the Reza Balizadeh, acknowledged to the Associated Press by the U.S. State Department, came as Iran marked with the 45th anniversaries of the American's embassy's takeovers and hostage crisis on Sunday. It also follows an Iran's supreme leader's Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's threatening both Israel and the U.S. the day before with a crushing response as long-range B-52 bombers reached the Middle East in attempts to deter Tehran. Balizadeh had worked for the Radio Farda and outlets under Radio Free Europe or Radio Liberty that's overseen by the U.S. Agency for Global Media. In February, he wrote on the social platform X that his family's members had been detained in efforts to see him return to Iran. In August, Balizadeh apparently posted 2 messages suggesting he had returned to Iran despite Radio Farda being viewed by Iran's theocracy as a hostile outlet. I arrived in Tehran on March 6, 2024. Before that, I had unfinished negotiations with the Revolutionary Guards, that is intelligence departments. The message reads eventually I came back to my country after 13 years without any security guarantee, even a verbal one. As the U.S. president's election drew nearer, the latest polling data suggests that the former President Donald Trump is leading against Vice President Kamala Harris in every swing state by the narrow margins, reports News18.com. The survey conducted of the likely American voters who will decide the fates of the U.S. presidential candidates reveals that the Republicans nominee Trump is leading against Democratic Harris in the North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. The survey of the likely American voters from the Atlas Intel found Trump's garner 52.3% supports to Harris 45.8% in the Arizona, 51.2% supports from likely to voters to Harris 46% in the Nevada, 50.5% support to Harris 47.1% in the North Carolina. Similarly, Trump is leading by 50.1% to 47.6% over the Democratic in Georgia, 49.7% to 48.2% in the Michigan, 49.6% to 47.8% in the Pennsylvania, and 49.7% to 48.6% in Wisconsin, marking it the closest contest between the Trumps and the Harris. Overall, Trump has secured a lead of 49% to 47.2% over Harris, according to the poll, which claims that several of the swing states are within the poll's 2 points margins of the error. Atlas Intel claims in its poll that it was the most accurate during the 2020 election cycles, successfully predicting the outcomes in every swing states within the margins of error. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagrams and X for more information about the channel. Before we wrap up the headlines, once again. Ningol Chakkouba celebrated widely in states including outside states and abroad yesterday. Manipur's Thadou committee back NRC implementations campaign to combat drug minage in state. Manipur police arrest proscribed members on charges of assaults of 2 persons. And passenger bus plunged into gorge in Almora, 5 deaths, rescue operations underway. Well, that's all we have for now. Thank you so much for joining with us.